Welcome to another video where I'm going to try to find interesting things, particularly of a historical nature, in a town or various towns. So one of the things I thought about doing recently was driving up from New Jersey up to Orange County, which is just north of New Jersey. And I wanted to go back to a town called Warwick and take a look at that town. And it was nice, and I shot some video of various things, but it was on the small side, and I thought, well, this isn't enough for a video, so let me see what else there is to see. So I drove from Warwick up to or through Florida, and it was a very small little downtown. And then it got more interesting when I drove up to Goshen, which I later learned is the county seat of Orange County, New York. And then the last place I went to was Chester, which I thought it had a really interesting, very old downtown and a nice old train station. Several of these places had old train stations where passenger trains used to go. So let's take a look at these towns. Okay, we're in the town of Warwick. There's the old train station. I think the freight railroad still operates here. The Masonic Temple. There's a lot of Victorian architecture. Really interesting. Temple, a village building. It's a good sized town. I think there's like 30,000 people that live here in Orange County, just north of the New Jersey border. There's a lot of older buildings here. I'm just filming some of them. It's like an old stone house, Baird's Tavern. That Greek temple place again, or Roman temple. Let's go down one of these side streets here. To look up when the last time passenger trains came here. Big houses. And there's inns I've seen that you can stay at here. I think there's a place called the Warwick Inn. Oakland Avenue. Get here from the city is you can take the New Jersey Transit bus. New Jersey Transit services Warwick, even though Warwick's in New York. Let's go down Railroad Avenue. Army Station restaurant. Beautiful little Romanesque station. Oh, sorry, the little sign is in the way, but it says this railroad was the Lehigh and Hudson River Railroad. Pretty house with a widow's watch on the top. A lot of older houses here. Sort of driving around the downtown. It's like bungalow type summer cottages. Fair amount of free public parking here too, so makes it good for visitors. There's a lot going on within a pretty compact area, so it's tough to capture everything I'm seeing here. Bank Street Tavern. There's like a little creek river that runs through the town. So they're taking advantage of that. There's that train station again. We're on Wheeler Avenue. It says on the sign something about a historic district. National Register of Historic Places. Trying to go down streets I haven't gone down before, but it's getting tough. There's a really old church. This does feel like the oldest part of town. Like it was built before the train station was built. Those are the hills of New Jersey in the distance. A lot of outdoor restaurant options. High Street. It's usually one of the first streets to be named in a town. Like in England and Scotland, High Street would be the main street of the town. Pretty church. Older homes. Gothic style. And that used to be a church. Now it's called the Clock Tower. This is the hospital in town, and it looks like it was built around this beautiful Romanesque style house. St. Anthony Community Hospital. Well, this is going to do it for Warwick. Let's see what else we can see in this area. Now we're entering the village of Florida, New York. If you can believe it, a town called Florida. Never been here before. I've always seen it on the map. So let's see if there's anything to see here. Must have been called Florida for a while because its sole claim to fame is it's where William Seward was born and raised, and he was the Secretary of State under Abraham Lincoln. So, and he wanted to be president, but he didn't get nominated. I think he was going to challenge Lincoln, and when Lincoln won, he gave appointments to his top political rivals, and he actually made it work. William Seward. Well, they gave him credit for acquiring Alaska from Russia. So anyway, this is his hometown, Florida, New York. And I don't know what its recent claim to fame is. Nice old church up there. Their little downtown. It's pretty close to Warwick, so whatever you are looking for, you can find it pretty close by in one of the two towns. They have a sleep disorder institute, another Roman or Greek style building. There's a really festive looking older home. Driving on the main street, Route 17A through town. Let's try either Chester or Goshen. We'll see. We're entering the town of, or village of Goshen, which has some older homes. That's a very tall church steeple over there. Orange County Bagel. You're in Orange County. Let's go down this street. There's like something interesting down here. Let's see. Great. There's like downtown here. Oh, this is like a little bus pull around area. But there's a train station right here. I know it says I can't make a right here. Okay. Well, we'll go down this street. There's a train station, old train station. homes. Horace Pippin. There's a church. Okay, let's go back into town. Let's see how we can get to that train station. Hall of Fame of the Trotter. Don't know what that's all about. Well, this is either an old place that's been fixed up or it's just designed to look old, but it looks nice. I see like professional offices in here. And here's the train station where I guess the police station is now. We'll go around the other side with the sun to our back. Goshen has a fair amount of police vehicles. So I can't tell you where the train tracks used to be. Which side of the station? Nice long station though. Some older buildings. Here it says the Erie Station, completed 1867, replaced the original depot serving the New York and Erie Railroad since 1841. It became the police department in 1986. I was hoping it was going to say which side the tracks came in on, but take your best guess. Neat brick Victorian home here in Goshen. And that's the downtown over there. But these houses look interesting over here. Let's just see. There's the side of that brick house. Look at this purple lavender Victorian here. Beautiful. Seems very quiet here in a late July Saturday morning. Good sized town for the historic looking homes to be this far away from the downtown. 8th Street. Let's see what the name of this street is if I can. Go back here to the main road. Which is North Church Street, so we are at Wickham and North Church. Okay. It's a nice, big, older home district. Beautiful Victorians. West Main Street. Let's make a left here and see what's going on. There's that big church we saw in the distance. Nice statue. Maybe Civil War. The Orange Inn. Looks like apartments. I'm just guessing as to where to go in this town. This big parking lot is too over here. Alright, let's go down Orange Avenue. Now, there's an old mansion. Is it being fixed up? Looks like it is. And more older homes up this street. Well, they really do have trotter type horses. So this is like an old track. That must still be a going thing. Is this what Goshen is known for? This is why they have the Trotter Hall of Fame? Interesting. Is this house new? It's huge. It looks like an old Victorian, but I think it's brand new. Right by the trotter track. I always think yellow is a great color for a Victorian. Beautiful. So a lot of really nice old Victorians on this street. I think we're on Church Street. Could be named after a couple of different churches here. Yep, South Church Street. All right, let's go back into the downtown and then on to our next town. Kind of neat the way they string lights over the downtown area to give it some excitement. Okay. Alright, now we're checking out Chester, New York, which is east of Goshen. Head to where it says the historic downtown Chester is located on Main Street. Classic Hudson River look. St. Paul's Episcopal. Nice wood clad church. Well, I got spun out of town off of High Street, so around the country, and we're going to go back into Chester some way, somehow. It's good to get us some country. It's still being used for agriculture in the far outer counties of the New York area. Fringe of the town, and there was a sign for Chester that said it's the home of the Hambletonian, which is the most famous horse race in what do you call that, trotter type horse racing. So maybe they have a track here, or it was replaced by Goshen's track. We'll see. Coming into Chester, New York. Underneath some train tracks. Which way? Let me go right. Train station. Let me park here for a sec. The station was built in 1915, and it's like a bikeway on the former train tracks. Which is being pretty well utilized. An informational plaque. Let me read all about it. I'll tell you what it says. Take another look at the old station. I'll have to see how far this rail trail goes. It's nice to have it. Here's a look up what at least was the downtown. Now mostly residential. Now it's home to Chester Historical Society. The American House. Really nice old looking downtown here. Really interesting. Chester doesn't seem to be huge. I'll find out what the population is of the town. Maybe I'm missing a big part of it, but it's got a lot of interesting architecture right near the old train station, where I think the town was here first. Well, that train station we saw replaced another depot that was there. Alright, interesting to see Chester in Orange County, New York.